Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is the overall energy from the Botanical Dreams Oracle deck. Brand new deck that I got, and it's so beautiful, just getting to know it. And the Tarot of the Abyss for your tarot reading. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for, okay, sorry. I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo because Spirit was like, nope, clear the energy. Okay, I will clear the energy for the Taurus collective. Messages for their best and highest good. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I will clear that energy. This is for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. Interesting. Gotten this card before. Number 17, which corresponds to the star card of the major arcana of the tarot. Aquarius energy. Star card talks all about wish fulfillment and healing, the process of healing. And the word is Wallflower. This feels like a very Taurian energy. It's got these beautiful, lush blooms at the top. You know, Taurians like to be surrounded by beautiful, pleasurable surroundings. These frames are sticking out to me as, you know, containing beautiful works of art. I'm a Taurus Venus, so I understand it's a little bit of nesting. I feel a little bit of nesting. You could be nesting at this time, kind of gathering things up around you that make you feel cozy and at home. But the word Wallflower, it's kind of interesting. It suggests somehow that you've taken a step back, a step away from a situation where you normally would kind of come in like this energy, right? Like the bull, very forthright and strong. There's something that you're dealing with right now where you're just like, I'm just going to either leave other people up to their own devices or to have that conversation, or I'm not really going to get involved. I just want to recede into the background and not have a lot of fuss around me. Very demure kind of feeling to it. It's not like you, Taurus. But it could be important for you at this time to, maybe it's kind of a family squabble or a friendship squabble that you don't want to get into the middle of it. It's a catch-22 though, isn't it? It's double-edged sword. Why am I saying all these kinds of sayings? It's like the more you try to stay out of a situation, the more you get roped in. I kind of feel that vibe right now. Kind of like, you know, there was all this action over here and you were in your own frame, and yet there was this temptation to kind of reach out and make connection. Even though you had your own kind of comfy frame over here, there's some part of you that has some connection, whether you are conscious of it or not. So we shall see. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. This is a past, present, future reading. And at the end, I will get one card of advice from Spirit. Yeah. Big time. You want to stay out of it. You want to stay out of it. Okay, I respect that. Do other people respect that? Past energy, Two of Pentacles in reverse. We start off with your element, Taurus. Earth element, Pentacles energy. Two of Pentacles, juggling, multitasking, going back and forth between a situation of two minds, right? Two of Pentacles is this energy. It's like if we don't change anything, it just could go on and on and on forever. Ad infinitum, right? Just like we're just going to be on this hamster wheel until we decide to do something. Well, I feel like you decided to do something. Just like, no, thank you. I'm going to put one of these pentacles down because I don't feel like carrying it anymore. Not my responsibility. Doesn't belong to me. Tired of looking at it. Right? And it's clarified by Virgo energy. Number 9, the Hermit. Major Arcana. Anytime I talk about Major Arcana cards, it's the first 22 cards of the tarot deck. And they talk about big energies, divinely guided energies, the archetypes of humanity and human experience. And by the time we get to the Hermit, we're done. We're retreating away. We're kind of becoming insular, sticking to ourselves. We want to kind of elevate our experience, spiritually speaking. That's what the Hermit goes through, the dark night of the soul. We really do want to elevate. We want to ascend spiritually. The only way we can do that, the only way we feel like we can do that, is if we just take a step back from the hustle, the bustle, the chaos, other people. Okay, who said this? Bukowski? Hell is other people? That came really... well, I don't remember if it's Charles Bukowski, but I kind of feel like it is. Or Oscar Wilde, probably. Oscar Wilde is in that same vein too, but his is a little bit more erudite. But hell is other people. That came through very clearly as a saying. That Taurus cannot be bothered at this time. It's not forever. Eventually, one does come out of hermit mode and rejoins society. But in the past energy, you were not having it. Okay, one moment. 2 cards on the ground. Yeah, okay. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 3 of Swords in reverse. These are very big energies. The Wheel of Fortune, good luck, good fortune, divine timing. The 3 of Swords, the heartbreak card, disappointment, heartache, heartbreak. These are no joke energies. And this is probably one of the most powerful of the minor arcana cards. The everyday interactions that you and I take, the decisions that we make. This card, it's like, to clarify this energy, it's just telling me that something didn't feel quite right. The timing was all off for to step into your abundance, to step into your power. There was some impediment that really did a number on you. It really disappointed you. It hurt you. That was not how the story was supposed to go. And when the card is in reverse, you're still dealing with it. At least in the past energy, it was raw. raw hurt. Okay, this is not anything to come. This is already past. Wheel of Fortune kind of tells me you recognize that this was, this is why I think you're stepping back into the Wallflower energy, because you're just like, I know I'm meant for better and for more evolved, and whatever this is, I'm really not. No, thank you. No, thank you. You stepped off the wheel, the hamster wheel. You stepped off. So the present energy, it's a little fraught. Page of Wands in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse. It's your energy. The Page of Wands is somebody who, you know, kind of wants to strike out into a new direction and has a lot of excitement about it. King of Pentacles is somebody at the top of their game, has a lot of resources and connections, finances. Both these cards are in reverse. Now, it's not to say that you don't have finances, resources, connections. I think that you do, but this card clarifies this one, which is to say that we're taking these resources, but we're not kind of being, too spontaneous with them. We're not being haphazard. We're not being impulsive. We're going to do things a little bit more strategically, because the Page of Wands is somebody who, you know, like takes a little risk. Not a big risk, just a little risk. But I think that you are, you know, if you are taking any kind of steps forward, it's because you thought about it for a long time. It wasn't something to just, you know, there are these people, I don't know. I mean, I'm not this person, but I have friends that are like this, that they can just hop onto a plane or a train or into a car and just go. You know, hey, I want to go to Boston today. I'm just going to get into the car and I'm just going to drive up there. Or I want to drive out to the West Coast and see San Francisco. And I'm just going to take a plane today. I don't even have anything packed. I'm just going to go. Why not? There are people like that out there. I'm not one of those people. But I do know some Taurians that have done things like that. Not on the regular, but spontaneous, for sure. In the present moment, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing you being to that degree. Maybe because you have to watch your resources at this time. Maybe probably because of some disappointment back here. So what are our intentions at this time in the present energy for Taurus? Justice in reverse. Wow. Okay, well, it could have to do with some legal matters, some karmic lessons. Justice card is number 11 in the Major Arcana. That's Libra energy. Talks about balance and needing balance. Needing to see things clearly. Not kind of hiding away from it. And the card is in reverse. There's still some loose ends, some things we have to settle. Spirit is using that word. You have to settle. I don't know if that talks about settling a court case, settling a situation. Like, obviously, get legal advice. You're watching a tarot reading. But Spirit is giving me that word. Ultimately, you have free will. You decide. But this is the energy that I'm seeing, that there's something that you want to, you know, obviously anytime we settle things, we want to settle things in our favor. But we could also do the next best thing, which is settle in a way that benefits all. That is a very mature attitude to have with whatever it is, whatever this is applying to. I would always recommend, and this is just my opinion, to be on the up and up, to be on the right side of things, because karma does come back, for better or for worse. In the future potential, Queen of Swords. this is Libra energy, and this is also Libra energy for me. Queen of Swords is the truth seeker, right? Understanding everything at play. I like to talk about the Queen of Swords as somebody who already knows the truth. She just wants to know if you know it. I've been finding myself in Queen of Swords energy lately. People try to lie. It's very funny. Why are you going to lie to an intuitive? That's just like a rookie mistake, right? So this could be the energy that you're in right now. You're like looking at other people. It's like, are you on the up and up? Are you being honest with me? Because I'm going to know if you're not, right? That's your energy right now, or in the future potential. It's understanding. It's almost like she doesn't even need to open her eyes to be able to see it, to see that truth. 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands. Wands is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Talks about all the actions we've taken thus far and how they kind of mount, right? One on top of the other on top of the other until they become somewhat of a burden to us. And we want to release them, but we're finding it difficult, right? When the card is in reverse, when the card is in the upright, we can move through the energy of the 10 and go back to the Ace of Wands, where there's a new spark, new inspiration. When the 10 of Wands is in reverse, it's like we're still carrying that burden just a little bit. Can I get a clarifier? Thank you. 7 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Swords in the upright is a card of not wanting to, we're wanting to make a clean getaway, waiting our turn before we can just kind of steal away in the night. In the reverse, it's kind of like saying, no, I'm not going to be subtle. I might take the money and run kind of thing, but I'm not going to be subtle about it. I don't need to be subtle anymore, right? This is future potential. So dare I say, by the time, we step into a future potential, you've stepped out of hermit mode and you're going into this thing where it's just like, take it or leave it. This is who I am. Maybe by that time, you've been a wallflower long enough. What is your advice from Spirit? 5 of Wands, the Strength card in reverse. Be mindful of your ego, and the Spirit is saying, your pride. The Strength card, number 8 of the Major Arcana, this is Leo energy. It talks about a mastery of the ego. It talks about controlling our emotions, controlling our actions, like being really mature. When the card is in reverse, there's a little bit of immaturity. There is a little bit of my way or the highway. Spirit is saying, be mindful. This is Spirit's advice. Just be careful. There is a possibility of knowing that you're right in a scenario, but not having to prove it to anybody. 5 of Wands here. 5 of Wands can be chaos and conflict within the self. I was just thinking about the 5 of Wands today and how it can represent this time in our lives when, a lot of chaos happens right before the breakthrough. You know how people like to say now that you're about to quantum jump when everything in your life falls apart? It's kind of like this. You're about to quantum leap. You're about to quantum leap, right? Because the Hermit energy reverberates now. You're about to close out some cycles of karma. Spirit is saying, don't crap out at the last second. with any kind of pride. Truly, this is the message. You're very close. This feels a little self-righteousness. Try your best to remain humble, mature, centered, and you will have a victory. That's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.